My first instrument was the piano. I was very excited about piano as a child. After I saw my parents, my mom specifically, playing piano, and hearing her play ragtime. And I remember wanting to figure out what the notes were when I was really young, but not really fully getting there, you know. And so I asked my parents for lessons and kept going with piano for a while, and then added drums to the mix, and then eventually those merged into the vibraphone. Well, I took a lot of private lessons as a kid, all the way through high school, starting from elementary school all the way through high school. And then in college, I went to school at Wesleyan University, which is more of a liberal arts school, but I did a music major there and also a social sciences major, so I kind of did both. And then I did grad school for just focusing on playing vibes and playing jazz. My teachers and mentors, I've had many. Jay Hogarth was my first vibraphone teacher, and he was kind of the one who was instrumental in getting me into the vibes fully and teaching me a lot about that. And later on, when I went to grad school, actually before that, Steve Lehman, who I'm playing with here today, was also a teacher. We worked together a lot on playing a lot of different vocabulary, and you know, coming from a saxophone point of view, applying some of that language to the vibes. And then later on, in grad school, Terrence Blanchard was really instrumental with composition. Depends on this. I try to teach students different things depending on, you know, where they're at. I usually go from there. I try to learn the most that I can about my students, and then work from there. Try to figure out what their weaknesses are, what their strong points are, how to draw them into being inspired, being excited about playing, which some kids have naturally, and other kids, you know, kind of need some guidance, how to connect to themselves and bring that out through the music. So I always try to bring that out, no matter what age or instrument or anything. That's my ultimate goal. First jazz album I ever bought, or at least one of the firsts, I can think of two. One was John Coltrane Live at the Village Vanguard, which I remember just wearing out, you know, over and over. At the time I was a drummer, and so Elvin Jones was just mesmerizing to me. And Branford Marsalis album called The Dark Keys. That was at the time, kind of I remember trying to figure out what was going on, and you know, in high school, being just blown away by everything that they were doing. So, yeah. One of the first that I recall is seeing Billy Higgins play drums at the San Jose Jazz Festival. And he was playing with David Williams, and I believe it was Cedar Walton, almost positive. But I remember specifically Billy Higgins smiling and just bringing so much energy and joy to the concert. That was like a big standout. Nice. My first paying gig was probably with I I can't remember which one's paid. I guess that shows you how much I was paying attention to that when I was first starting to play. But it was most likely with a rock band playing drums. I played in a couple different rock bands growing up, so we would play around in San Jose, where I grew up, and play at different youth centers, senior centers, the occasional actual club, which is a big deal. Yeah. Chris Dingman.